Welcome to the Warframe Weapon Encyclopedia, where today we're checking out the AkVasto. To get the AkVasto, you first need to get and build 2 Vastos, for which you can get the blueprint for in the market. These are luckily not too expensive, so it's not too bad. Once you get the 2 Vastos, you can then get the AkVasto blueprint, which combines the 2 Vastos with 2 token cells and some credits to give you the AkVasto. The AkVasto are a pair of Mastery Rank 8 semi-automatic secondary pistols that have okay crit, decent enough status, and they do primarily slash with a decent amount of impact and puncture on the side. Now, for a semi-automatic weapon, these are actually fairly inaccurate, so I would highly recommend engaging at long to medium range and avoid very long range engagements altogether. Now, I've tried the AkVasto with pretty much every build you can imagine, and the one I still like the most is a pure crit build. So you go with the 2 crit mods or primed crit mods if you have them, and then simply run 90% elementals for as much damage as possible. This doesn't scale particularly well, and the damage starts to fall off pretty damn hard after level 50, so you can push it up to 60, maybe 70 if you're good with headshots, but my god does it feel great up until it starts falling off. It's basically taking advantage of the weapon's strengths and playing into them. But it's of course not the only setup you can run. You can experiment with different things, and you can even try the standard endgame pistol build, which runs hybrid with Viro and Slash. This one definitely scales better and it's more well-rounded because it doesn't really matter what faction or type of unit you're fighting, but for me it's simply too unreliable. The status chance is too low and the crit chance isn't super reliable either. So it will do great damage when the stars align and you get a nice crit headshot that also procs slash, and then it will tear through the enemy no problem, but when you don't crit, you maybe don't hit a headshot and you don't get slash, it kind of hits like a wet noodle and it feels pretty bad. I personally much prefer a weaker weapon that feels great, so I'm actually having fun with it, than a stronger weapon that a lot of the time feels kind of meh. So for me, the straight up crit build just wins here. Now the AkVasto are one of my personal favorites. I fell in love with them as soon as I picked them up. They just feel great, they sound great, they have the right amount of kick, they do decent enough damage to get you through the start chart and do some early sorties, and overall they're just a fun weapon. But they're definitely not amazing. The crit chance is too low, the crit multiplier is below average, and the status chance for a semi-auto weapon, even though it can fire pretty fast, is pretty low as well. So the damage, while great at times, is pretty unreliable kind of no matter what you do. But I would still recommend you pick them up and you give them a shot, because if you really end up liking them, not only do you get some mastery from them, but you will also know that you definitely want to pick up the primed version, which is just an upgrade in every way, shape or form. So all in all, the AkVasto are a fun and good feeling weapon with good, if somewhat unreliable damage. And that is pretty much it for the video, so I thank you very much for watching as always guys. I hope you've enjoyed it and it was helpful, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.